But let's just go and give this a flush out, because I definitely feel a lot of engagement coming through for those of you who are thinking about, getting proposed, or thinking about proposing or getting proposed to. If you're waiting on that proposal from a long-term committed partner, it's definitely coming. The advice here is wait and be patient just a little bit longer, because the other person is definitely in, there for you, okay? The advice for those of you who are thinking about proposing, I definitely feel it is the time, so don't wait any longer. So we're getting like conflicting messages depending on which side of the proposal that you're gearing towards, okay? This is such a great reading, because we have at the heart of this reading is the Lovers, Four of Wands, which signifies marriage, Three of Cups, which signifies celebration. They're all in the upright position, and then the outcome, Two of Cups, which is, that very, very strong emotional rapport. Ten of Cups, which is the emotional, the apex of the emotional happiness, and the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm just going to say it's very relationship, very festive, love, romance center for the second half of this month. All right, so it's only fair to go through the cards. So I definitely feel at the heart of this reading is the Lovers card, okay? So the Lovers indicates basically harmony, and also it's a meeting of great minds, and two people who are very in tune with one another, who care about one another on a deep level, who are going through life in the same direction. So I definitely feel compatibility, great intellectual, emotional rapport here. I definitely see a lot of discussion, because you have these birds with letters and things like that. So this is potentially, making a love connection, getting a proposal, an offer of love, or even solidifying, taking things to the next level in a love relationship. What's crossing you, though, is a little bit of conflict, but this is like a minor blip on your romantic sector, on your romantic radar, okay? So the Five of Wands indicates, not seeing eye to eye, but it's crossing the Lovers, which means that the conflict itself is very insignificant. It's also a card about competition. It's also a card about, two opposing energies coming together and merge together as one. In terms of the past, we do have the Death card in the reverse. So basically, you're possibly arguing over the same things. So for those of you who are single, there's definitely a proposal coming through for you on the love front, okay? And I do feel a very strong earth sign. Let's see, this is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or a very strong fire sign. So the fire sign is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. All right, so those are the two options. They're both in the upright position, so you don't have to worry. And my cards are reversed and upright, so it's interesting how that played out, because all the good cards are definitely, all the people, all the court cards, except for the Page of Pentacles here, but this is in the hopes and fears. So you might be fearing an ex coming back, or you might be hoping for an ex to come back. But either way, I do feel that it is mainly between a fire sign, a very, very stable fire sign, and a very, very well-rounded, stable as well, slow to act but stable earth sign. So what's your crowning energy here is the Four of Coins, okay? And the Four of Coins is in the reverse position. So this signifies to me that you have to let your defenses down. So there is possibly communication from somebody that you care about, that you really love. It could potentially be from an ex. And you're going to have to, if you feel as if you can give it another go, if you feel as if you can let your wall down, I do sense that this person is going to be very, very nurturing. And additionally, what I'm sensing as well is, for a lot of you, there might be a situation in which you can definitely, I rarely say that you can reconcile, if things haven't been working for the past 4, 5, 6 tries, then, it's best to let it go. However, if you feel that there is a very strong soul connection, as indicated by the Two of Cups, give it another try for this month. And I do feel that it is going to last you the long haul, okay? Because I definitely see marriage material, marriage, engagement, and some type of a very strong emotional, spiritual union coming through, and things are turning around for the better. This can even play out in the a work business partnership, even though I do feel that it is very relationship, romance oriented, but it can definitely go in the way of, business relationship too. Your business partner is going to be a little bit slow, so you have to be patient, okay? So I'm sensing there is a major celebration happening around you. So a lot of you might be invited to weddings, might be invited to like some type of a business merger, some type of a major milestone in somebody else's life. It could be in yours or in somebody else's life that you're very closely associated with. But there's definitely some type of wedding energy, because look at the Four of Wands. It's definitely, they're definitely wearing their wedding gears, and they have assets. So this is like a power couple. They have, their own birdhouses, they have their own assets, and they're joining together not only in like emotional bliss, but also in a sense where they're merging their assets together, and there's this entity looking over or blessing this union. Okay, so it's a very, very favorable card. It's also joined up with the Three of Cups, which indicates a massive a full-blown celebration. So I do feel that a lot of the cards are reverberating the same themes, which is that, if you've been dealing with a relationship that where one partner is giving a lot and the other person keeps taking, there's going to be a sense of karmic balancing of the books happening this month. And I also feel as if, like when I see this card, Queen of Wands, usually I associate it with like the fairy godmother. There is definitely an angelic presence in your midst, merging together to make you both, to allow you both an opportunity to discuss things, to fix situations, and to come together. So it seems to me like it's divine intervention. And it's forcing you both to be a lot more emotionally mature in order to tackle the problems as they arise. There's going to be a little bit of conflict for those of you attached or in business partnerships. There's a little bit of conflict, but it is going to get resolved because there's an external influence blessing this union. So there's an element of, there is an angelic presence or somebody intervening to make sure that everything is okay, to make sure that both parties are operating at their best, and that there are no pretenses and people approach one another with their walls of defenses down, so that communication and breakthroughs in not only like verbal exchange, but communication through snail mail, communication through traditional means of communications, verbally, internet, whatever, however you normally communicate. If there has been conflict in the past, there is definitely somebody outside of yourself helping to mitigate the situation, okay? So in terms of what's coming through for you in the external environment, once again, we have this major celebration. And your hopes and fears is that this person, whoever you're waiting on, they're very, very slow. They're kind of like stagnating, and you're waiting for them to make a move, okay? And your hopes and fears is that, you want them to make a move, but you also want them to really think it through. So you're waiting on this move, but you also want it to be well thought out so that they don't regret it. So you're kind of conflicted as to what it is that you want. But either way, I feel that there is going to be movement coming through from the other party to bring this all about. So I feel just a lot of momentum. The advice here is, once you let go of your defenses, once you put your walls down, once you try to approach things in the right direction, or once you decide on a course of action, things will gain traction, and it will snowball, and it will create, a very favorable environment for any type of a union, business or love, okay? For those of you who are single, there's definitely somebody that you're waiting on. I feel like a lot of you have your eyes on somebody, and there is either a business partner or even a significant other that is really similar to you. So I'm reading this for Pisces. So I feel like this is somebody who's very stable, okay? So they're nurturing and they're stable, and they're definitely coming your way. And there is going to be immense flirtation coming through between you and that other person. So be prepared for it. And if, they stare at you, just try to strike up a conversation. I don't feel, if you haven't, if you've got your eyes on somebody who is very nurturing and who is very stable, just know that for the next 2 weeks, the main emphasis is on creating that opportunity for yourself in order to put yourself out there, in order to strike up a conversation with another person. I feel that there's a lot of festivities, a lot of opportunities for mingling, a lot of opportunities as well. It is Thanksgiving in the States here. So for those of you who are celebrating, you might encounter old friends or old lovers, and there is going to be, a connection made, a very strong soul connection, okay, with this Two of Cups here. And there will be ample opportunities as well for you both to reconnect or even get to know each other on a very deep level. And when you meet this person, I feel like your mind automatically jumps to marriage. Just be careful about projecting too far into the future. I don't feel anything wrong with that because the cards are so favorable. It's sort of like the stars are aligned and everything just lines up, and then your eyes meet from across the room and you're just like, this is the one that I want to spend my life with. There is a very serendipitous, a very heavily romantic ambience about the second half of this month. So you are going to encounter this energy where you feel like nothing can go wrong. And I would agree that nothing could really go wrong because you do have the Wheel of Fortune here. So I can't say much else, Pisces. So let me just take a glance at this and see if there is anything else that I'm missing, because the cards are pretty straightforward here. Things are going to be very, very, very good, very romantic, very good, very stable, because we have the Four of Wands, which indicates total stability. So no matter what you have at the root of the matter is somebody that you are very, very much in love with, okay? I don't sense infidelities or anything with the Three of Cups external to you. I don't sense that. I do feel that whoever you're starting to date, a lot of people are interested in them too. So you're feeling as if, wow, this is too good to be true. But I want you to know that they are feeling that way too. Okay, so it's kind of like, it's a good match. It's a very, very perfect match. And I'm going to go as far as to say that there is an external influence coming outside of you both. So this could be a matchmaker. This could be, somebody fixing you up to go on a date, and you find out that, wow, it's perfect, Who believes in matchmakers anymore, in our day and age, but for some reason it works. So it could be a mutual friend that is introducing you. So for a lot of you, you might be dating or you might be meeting or dating an earth sign, and the person that brought this earth sign into your life could be a fire sign, for example. Or you could be, I don't feel that it's so much vice versa, but or you could be, going somewhere with like a fire sign, and then you happen to meet this earth sign. But I do feel there is like a lot of external, like angelic influences with this fairy godmother card coming through to help this union sustain itself, to help this union come together. It could be a third party just interfering, thinking to themselves that, okay, enough is enough. You both need to get together because you're perfect for each other. So I do feel a very strong spiritual union, emotional spiritual union, where both parties are very elated, where both parties are very similar. If you look at this card, a lot of you might be, in marriage situation and expecting twins, for example. If you look at both of these cards, they're both very, very good cards. It's the Ten of Cups and also the Two of Cups. Both of these entities, animals, are very similar. So you're meeting somebody who's very similar to you, either physically or ideologically or philosophically. You're very similar to each other in age, possibly, height, status, or even just the way you view the world, where you finally meet somebody who gets you. So I feel that for a lot of you, you're dealing with somebody who's quite stable, and this relationship is very, long-term, suitable for long-term relationship and also long-term partnerships, okay? Pisces, I'm so happy for you. I do hope that you enjoy your Thanksgiving. Really get out there for those of you who are single. And even if you're just not even thinking about dating, I do feel that you're going to be hit by quite a few festivities and surprises on the love front, okay? Get out there and circulate. And I do sense if you've got like people wanting to set you up on a date, let it happen. Let it happen because I'm seeing like a matchmaker, some type of a matchmaker, somebody telling you about relationships and you're kind of jaded and you're kind of hesitant and they're like, "No, you have to do it. It's time for you to start dating." So let it happen and let it progress and don't knock it because I do sense that I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the astrological like alignment or something, but things are looking very good. There are many, many celebrations coming your way. There are opportunities to mingle, socialize, meet other people. So break out of your shell a little bit, okay? Don't be too slow on the uptake. Carve out the opportunity for you to make connection with somebody that you like and don't be shy, all right? The opportunities are there and most likely they are, whoever it is, they are thinking about you as well.